And now for a very special edition of Kellogg Update with your hosts, Jenny Yee and Mark Willey.
I'm Jenny Yee.
And I'm Mark Willey. Thanks for joining us.
You may think of teacher course evaluations as permission to leave class 10 minutes early on the last day of every quarter.
I know I do. But turns out some students actually fill out their CTEs.
And more shocking still, professors actually read them.
Well, for all you non-believers out there, we here at Kellogg Update present to you Professors Reading Mean TCEs.
The book and the lectures were exactly the same. At least the Harry Potter movies changed a few things around. You know, if you're still seeing Harry Potter movies, you shouldn't even be here.
I felt that I didn't have the opportunity to engage deeply enough with some topics that I would end up mulling over on my own and discussing with my partner or with a friend later. But frankly, Kellogg hasn't proven to be the kind of intellectual environment where students spend a ton of social time talking about ideas. It's good to know.
The investors that came to our final presentation were really mean. You should find nicer investors. Good call. I think a lot of them went to school at Booth.
I also wonder if there is a different way to handle people walking in late, doing something bad, as it can be very distracting to stop the class for more than a minute to talk to someone about leaving and or falling asleep and or using the internet. i.e., no one wants to fall asleep in class or be late. I don't want to be late as well. I actually show up on time.
Taking this course wouldn't even help me run a banana shack.
I'm not saying she's a dumb blonde, but I'm saying she's blonde. What does that even mean?
Your pants are too tight. If the individual who wrote that is watching this, eyes up here.
They should change the name of this class from Managerial Leadership to Rich People Story Time. You got something against rich people?
We got great grades without delivering such great papers.
Students are afraid to challenge him. I certainly would be. Although he's very respectful and seems to crave a good discussion of opposing viewpoints, his energy level may be what stuns the class into silence. Did I ever stun you into silence?
Don't drink 2 bottles of water. It makes you look nervous. And don't walk on the tips of your toes. You may trip. The slightly nerdy style was charming though.
The whole class felt like your personal science experiment. Like it was a game to you to manipulate us. Isn't manipulating minds what I'm supposed to do?
Stop asking if we should go east or go west. Buy a compass and leave me alone. Why don't you go south? You don't even need to be in this class.
Perhaps it would be helpful for him to sit in on other classes outside of Moore's where instructors are particularly good at teaching cases. Julie Hennessy comes to mind. I'll be registering for that, thank you.
While Professor Alon is in actuality highly approachable outside the classroom, the aura and vibe he emits can be initially be interpreted as arrogant and standoffish. Part of this is international lineage. Perhaps the other part can be fixed. You know what else can be fixed? Your attitude.
All the examples in class were about Germany or soccer or German soccer, but I don't know anything about any of those and felt lost.
Try to not talk so fast. I'm a native speaker and I can barely understand you. Do you really think I talk fast? Because I actually don't think I talk fast. When I'm looking at the screen, you've got these wonderful PowerPoint slides, you know exactly what I'm saying. And actually, if you look at the notes, you'll see that everything is really well laid out. So even if you don't totally understand everything I'm totally saying, you can actually grasp it when you go back and look at it. But if you have questions, you can feel free to call me and follow up.